Hi guys, we are going to work on analogies and also word relationships, and these pretty much go hand in hand. When we look at the relationships between words, that's really what we're doing when we make analogies. So, when we are looking at analogies and word relationships, we look how they're related. How do they fit together? And there's a few ways that words are normally paired together. So let's look at some of those. One way that we can draw relationships between words is by using antonyms or opposites. So you might see words paired together like hot and cold. Or day and night. Another way we might see words paired is because they're synonyms. So that means that they mean about the same thing. So some synonyms, in this case, instead of doing hot and cold, your antonyms, we might do hot and scalding. Or we could do bright, or we could also maybe say sparkling. Or if you were talking about bright as in intelligence, you might even say bright or smart. So that's one of those multiple meaning words you would have to be paying attention. Another way that you can compare two words or see how they're related is to also look and see if they are part to whole. When we have things that are compared in a way that is part to whole, you see a small part of something that is larger. So maybe we have finger, which would be as a whole part of your hand. Or perhaps you would have toe, which again would be part of your foot. Or maybe you have screen to computer. Or iPad, I guess, would also work for that. So we're looking at these and we're seeing how they're related. We're just looking at how they go together. Other ways that you could relate words might be to talk about the mother animal and then what the baby animal is called. So for that example, we would have puppy and dog, kitten to cat, foal to horse. Those would all be ways to relate a baby to the adult version. There's lots of different ways to make word relationships work and think of them in the way of an analogy. So let's talk briefly about analogies and then it'll be time for you to work on your own. Analogies are when we are going to compare two words, like we said before, in a similar way. So by synonyms, antonyms, or maybe part to whole, baby to adult. The analogies we're going to be working on is where we're actually comparing two pairs of words, and we're going to compare them in the same way. So for example, if we have synonyms, I'm going to write the first part of the analogy. So my first pair of synonyms are big and large. And when I'm reading it like this, you'll notice that I've now put a colon in between the two words. So when I read this, it says big is to large. And then the next way to add another comparison is to add two colons here in the center. And we read this as the word as. So now I'm going to compare another pair of words that are also synonyms. They by no means need to mean the same thing as our first pair. They just need to mean the same thing as each other. So my second pair reads local is to near. So certainly these two pairs do not match because they don't mean the same thing as each other. But this pair is a pair of synonyms, and this pair are synonyms. Let's look at one more example. The last example we're going to look at is going to go back to those baby and adult relationships. So we'll go back and we'll again say puppy is to dog as. So now I need to think of another pair that is a baby and adult relationship, just like puppy and dog. My second pair is kit is to fox. So if I didn't know what a kit was, I could use my context clues to figure out that it is a baby fox, because a puppy is a baby dog, and since these are analogies and we're comparing the relationships, this relationship has to be the same. One word of advice: your pairs always have to be in the same order. So if baby comes first here, it also has to come first over here. Adult comes second over here, so it also must come second here. If we had reversed this, if we had written dog is to puppy, then on the other side we would have to write as fox is to kit. This way our pairs maintain the same relationship in the same way. So baby to adult, or adult to baby, adult to baby. Alright, so go ahead, that's it. I will see you guys later.